welcome back to my channel. And Jill has offered to let me make some homemade Southern style meatballs today in her gorgeous kitchen. So welcome back, and I hope that everyone will sit down for a minute and join me, because this is going to be a fairly long recipe and we're going to be here for a few minutes. So I did kind of trim the recipe a little bit to make it less complicated, because y'all know me, I like to put the Trinity and the Pope and everything but the kitchen sink into the food that I prepare. But I'm going to make this very simple for y'all. And so we're going to get started in just a minute, but we have to take care of some business. And I want to thank my hairdresser, Shaw. You know, when you move and you have to find a new doctor, a new hairdresser, and all those new things starting over again, you're kind of, you know, afraid what's it going to turn out like. So she did cut my hair about 2 or 3 months ago, and it just wasn't short enough. So when I went to her yesterday, I said, Shaw, don't be afraid of cutting it too short. I like my hair very short and spiky. So thank you, Shaw. You did an amazing job. So I love it. It's comfortable, it's cute and adorable. And I just want to say that any of y'all who are thinking about getting a short haircut, I would advise it, but wait until summer comes, because my ears are cold. So I did have to pull out my hat to keep my ears and my head warm. So we're going to take care of some business first, and that is to re-announce the winners of the jewelry and New York souvenir magnet giveaways. I only got a response from one of my subscribers who won, and I still have 3 more names that I drew. And y'all need to send me your address at glendasully51@gmail.com. And it is Stephanie Harris. You were a winner. Congratulations. And the other winner is Delilah Hargis. Congratulations, Delilah. And then the last winner is Barbara Zabowski. Now, Barbara, you left me a comment on my last video, and I said make sure that you go over and watch the video where I did the drawing. But I know y'all are busy. You're trying to get food and supplies into the house and get your medicine and get all set up so that you can stay isolated during this coronavirus outbreak. So I know that you're busy and you don't really have time to worry about what Glenda Sully's giving away. So we're going to get busy making this homemade Southern style meatballs. So we're going to start with, I have 3.5 pounds of ground beef. Now, of course, you know, you can use a mixture of ground beef and pork, ground turkey. Jill and her family don't eat pork, so I am leaving that out. So I'm just going to go with 3.5 pounds of ground beef. And you don't want to mix it too much, because then the meatballs are going to be tough. Oh, I forgot something else. My subscriber Donna made this beautiful apron for me. Gosh, I guess it was around Easter last year. So I apologize for not wearing it much, but it's just so beautiful and gorgeous. See, it says Glenda's Kitchen, that I don't want to get it dirty. But whenever I do get it soiled, I will wash it out gently by hand, because I definitely don't want to wash my name off of it. And Donna lives in Corpus Christi, Texas, so I hope that you are staying isolated from this virus and that you're doing well. And thank you so much for the apron and the matching canvas bag that you made for me. Y'all are so sweet, and I just love you so much. So let's get busy with these simplified ingredients for Southern style meatballs. First, now you can fry these. You know, you do have to fry them or bake them or something. I'm going to do it the lazy way and bake them. So I'm going to turn the oven on 400, because I want them just to brown on the outside very quickly. I really don't want them to cook on the inside, because I'm going to make a big old pot of spaghetti sauce to put the meatballs in, and then we will have that over spaghetti tonight for dinner. So I have my 3.5 pounds of ground beef, and I have a cup of milk, and I have 1 cup of oatmeal. Now these are not Italian meatballs. I don't use Italian breadcrumbs. I use good old-fashioned oatmeal. So we're going to add the milk to the oatmeal and just kind of let the oatmeal absorb the milk here for a few minutes. Go ahead and mix that up. Now if you don't have oatmeal, you can use 3 or 4 slices of bread. You know, just trim the crust off of it and cut it up into little cubes, and then let your bread soak in your milk. Or you can use water, or you can use beef broth or chicken broth, just whatever you've got on hand. This recipe is very forgiving, so you're not going to mess up no matter what. And then I have 2 eggs, so I'm going to go ahead and beat them gently. You know, a lot of cooks, they just dump the egg right into the meat, but like I said, you don't want to over mix your meat because then your meatballs will be tough. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix everything up ahead of time. Okay, so I have some parsley here. Let's see, this is a half a cup of finely chopped parsley. Let's go ahead and add that. And then I have about 5 cloves of finely chopped garlic. Now, if you use, you know, less beef, a pound or 2 pounds, just adjust it. You can always use less garlic. We love garlic in this house, so that's not a problem. And then I have 2 beautiful portobello mushrooms that I chopped finely. We just love the flavor of mushrooms, so I'm going to add those. And then I have a mixture here. I have a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of Tony Chessery's Creole Seasoning, and I did put a teaspoon of onion powder because there are no onions in the mixture, so I did want it to have a little bit of the onion flavor. And then I used a teaspoon of the Paul Prudhomme Creole Seasoning, which my good friend Shauna out in California sent me a whole set of these. And these are so good, y'all. What's very good about them is that they don't have any sugar or salt in them. So what I did, I just kind of blended all of these spices together, and then I'm going to dump those in. Y'all, I'm being nice to you today. I measured everything out, which I don't normally do I? Okay, let me put some gloves on because now I got to get my hands into this and mix it up really, really good. I'm not sure I can roll them with these gloves on because you really have to have moist hands to roll the meatballs, but we'll just go with the flow, see how it works out. Okay, so I am now going to add my 2 eggs that I have gently beaten. And now let's add my oatmeal with the milk. Y'all, the oatmeal is so good. I mean, it's good for you, and it gives a nice moist texture to the meat. So we're going to mix this up very well, and then I'm going to add a couple of shakes of my secret ingredients, Lee and Perrins Worcestershire sauce. This just enhances the flavor of anything that you cook. So let's just mix this up very gently. And then I'm going to use an ice cream scoop to scoop them out, just to kind of measure them a little bit. When I was raising my family, I would always make these little tiny meatballs for Christmas Eve, and we called them Swedish meatballs. And then I would make a little sauce to put them in and cook them in the crock pot. And then we would have hors d'oeuvres on Christmas Eve and little toothpicks and things like that, and they could, you know, kids love doing things like that, anything that's out of the ordinary. So we would have those little Swedish meatballs as part of our hors d'oeuvres on Christmas Eve. So like I said, this is just a very simple recipe, and you know, it's very forgiving. You just add however much salt and pepper and spices you want. But since I am going to cook them in a big old pot of spaghetti sauce with a lot of seasonings in it, then I'm not going to over season my meatball. Well, I got cut off, so I deleted a bunch of stuff from my storage. But let me show you what I got going on here. So this is all of my mixture, and I'm going to just scoop them out. You can use your fingers or ice cream scoop or whatever. Throw them on the cookie sheet. And then I will go and roll them up. And I am able to roll them even with the gloves on. But if you don't wear gloves, which most of you don't have to, but I wear them because I have eczema on my hands. And I am cooking for other people than just myself. If you have a little bowl of water and you dip your hands in the, just moist your hands a little bit, that will make the meatballs easier to roll. So you just go ahead and get them rolled up. And then I will put them in the oven on 400 degrees. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for them to brown, probably about a half hour. I don't really want them to cook inside. I just want them to brown on the outside because I'm going to finish cooking them in a pot of spaghetti sauce. And I will be back with that recipe in another video. So y'all have a good day, and y'all just keep on coming back. Bye, guys. Okay, guys, so I changed my mind about baking them on 400. I decided to bake them on 425 for 20 minutes. So I just removed them from the oven. Let's cut into one of them and see what it looks like and tastes like on the inside. I may have overcooked them because like I said, I really just wanted them to brown because I'm going to cook them some more in my big pot of spaghetti sauce. So I think I'm going to change the next batch. I still have all of these to roll up. So what I'm going to do is cook the next batch on 425 for 15 minutes. But let's go ahead and see if we can't taste these and get an idea of what they look like. I mean, an idea of what they taste like. We already know what they look like, don't we? Oh, Lordy. Y'all, I have cataracts on both eyes, so I can't talk. Does that make sense? If you can't see, you can't talk. It's like everything is out of whack. And I'm still wearing these drugstore eyeglasses, reading glasses, so I have to go get at least a pair of temporary eyeglasses to last me until I get the cataract surgery and then get my real eyeglasses. So let's taste these. These are definitely juicy and moist. They are perfect. They are so good. So this is going to be called video number 1. I'm going to go ahead and upload it, and then I'll be back tonight with the finished product with my spaghetti sauce, and I will tape that for y'all too. And y'all just keep on coming back. Bye, guys.